Welcome to Garden Wise Adventures. My name is Malie, and today it's time for another Plant of the Week video. And it's about one of my very favorite flowers. It's not one that I've grown for very long. I've only grown it for about 3 years, but I absolutely love it. And that's the Hellebore, or Lenten Rose. Now, I live in Utah, zone 6/7, so keep in mind that maybe your growing conditions will be a little bit different than mine, but I'm going to tell you how to grow it in Utah, how to grow it in zone 7, and a lot of what I say will apply, but you need to think about your own conditions and what you may need to alter to make them grow well. So let's go show you the hellebores that I have and talk a little bit about how to grow them. Now this is my side yard. We are facing southeastish, looking at the north side of this pine tree. And right underneath here, I have 3 hellebore plants. Now they are past their bloom, mostly. This one actually is blooming a little bit more. As you can see the flowers, they are absolutely gorgeous. This is what they look like when they're done. And the bracts will stay there for quite a long time and be absolutely gorgeous. This one is done blooming, but look how pretty it still is. These started blooming in February. This is May. So it's a long season of just gorgeous blooms. Now I have them over here on the north side because in Utah especially, they need part shade. They will fry in full sun and they also need quite a bit of moisture. So I hand water these 3 times a week. I also come through in the spring and I fertilize them, so they do need a good fertile soil. I put compost around them and I make sure they stay mulched. So those are the conditions that hellebores like. Now another thing that I love about hellebores is that they can really tolerate our alkaline soil. Here in Utah we have alkaline soil and they prefer a neutral to alkaline soil. So if you live on the East Coast and your soil is a little bit acidic, what you need to do to make these thrive is to put a little bit of lime in your soil. But we don't need to do that here. We just plant them, fertilize them, water them, and make sure they get a little bit of shade, especially afternoon shade, and they do well. Let me show you one that is not doing as well as the others. Now here we have 2 more hellebores. This one is not doing as well. You can see it's right up against this blue spruce. It's a globe blue spruce on a standard. I think the roots suck up a lot of the moisture. It dries out very quickly. Plus, it gets a lot of shade. Let me show you why. We've got this tree blocking the west sun. We're facing north, and this is on the east side. So it doesn't get a lot of sun and it dries out really quickly because of the roots of this tree. So I may need to move this in the fall. On the other hand, this one right here is getting a little bit more sun. Look at how pretty this one is. Even though the flowers are done, it's still absolutely gorgeous. This one only had 1 little tiny flower. As you can see, let me see if I can get in close so that you can see it. It's a darker flower, and it's been blooming just as long as the others. This is what it looks like 2.5 months after it started blooming. Look how pretty that is. Now the other thing I like about hellebores is they are evergreen. So all these big beautiful leaves, they will stay around all through the winter. Now I did cut these back about 4 weeks ago. I took all the old leaves off, left the flower buds because they hadn't started blooming yet. And now we're starting to get new leaves. And they are gorgeous leaves. So they stay all summer and they stay all winter. Now the other thing I like about hellebores is they make excellent cut flowers. They're very, very long lasting in a vase and they're gorgeous. There are 20 different species and they're hardy from zones 4 through 9, so just about anybody can grow them, and there's probably one that everybody would like. So I would love to hear what your favorite type of hellebore is, what your favorite colors are, and if you actually are able to grow them in your area. So hopefully this video has been helpful for you. If it has been helpful, I hope you like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and go have a wonderful garden adventure.